Right. Come onto your backs, and we're going to start off with our wall butterfly. So getting nice and close, soles of the feet together. You can always have a pillow underneath your buttocks if you want, and just rest here. Let the back drop into the ground. And breathe. I'll face you so you can hear me better. We're just going to stay in this wall butterfly for 4 minutes. Think of it as the beginning of your meditative yin practice this evening. So lying up against the wall, you can just have the legs be a little higher, or the heels can come lower down. You don't need to press the legs into the wall. You can raise the arms overhead, drop them above you or out to the sides. Just find comfort here. Breathe into it and let your hips surrender into the floor. Observe your breath, observe your body. If you like, you can place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart as well. Feel that breath really taking you down into the floor, allowing your hips to soften. Forty seconds to go. Taking a deep breath in, staying at the wall now, we're going to bring the knees in together and then just walk the feet out to the edges, coming into a wall squat. if you can, trying to get the buttocks right up close to the wall and the feet open as wide as you feel comfortable going. Soles of the feet against the wall. Breathe into it. So a squat that's a little easier if you find a standing or a seated squat a little harder. This is a good way to let those hips open. Again, arms can be out overhead, out to your side. And 4 minutes. You can always support your knees with your hands if you like as well, with the elbows wide. Remembering that in our yin practice, we always just look for that first point of resistance and we don't go beyond that. Feel your back spreading into the floor with every breath. And bring all of your awareness to your breath. Relaxing your face, your eyes, your lips, your teeth, your tongue, your jaw. Relaxing the neck and the head. Trying to relax that lower body. If it's feeling challenged by this wall squat, you can always just raise the legs a little higher up the wall. And you can still support the knees, or you can hook your hands into the back of the knees for more support. Feel that breath, loosening up the body, inviting you in. Halfway there. There's no hurry, allow for the hips to open nice and slowly. Just over a minute to go, feeling yourself really finding the comfort in this pose. Allowing your back to really just create a nice groove in the floor as you sink into the floor. Taking a deep breath in, exhale through the mouth, and then bringing the legs off the wall, coming into a happy baby, either holding onto the feet or the ankles, or you can just hook the back of the knees. Just 1 minute here in this happy baby. Breathe deeply. And release those legs up the wall. Give them a little jiggle. Breathe into it. See how they feel. Rock those little feet out. And then just allow the legs to come out as wide as they want to go or as far as you have space. If this doesn't work for you and you really don't have space on the wall, don't worry about it. You can bring those knees in, roll yourself up, and do the seated version instead. You can sit right up against the wall if you like. Widen out your legs and fold forward. So find whichever one feels good. And we're going to do 4 minutes here as well. Try and relax those hips. Relax the knees and the ankles. Breathe into the back of the body. Allow your arms to rest wherever they want to go. And if you're at the wall, really allow gravity to do the work for you here. And I shall crack open one of these brilliant poem books from Dana Folds. Poem books, books of poetry. Here's one of her poems about yoga. Do yoga with no goal but to be in the moment. This breath, this stretch, this wave of emotion rolling in. Watch it crest and break, then dissipate. Hold the body like a lover in a close embrace, listening with intimacy, touching with tenderness. Yoga is a threshold into mystery. Each pose an open doorway and an invitation to unfold. Sensations rise and fall, and through it all the deathless center radiates the simple truth of union. Just over halfway. Keep softening any muscular tension that wants to creep into your legs or your back or your neck. Relax the face. Keep finding space. Keep allowing your breath to draw you in. Breathe. Just over 30 seconds to go. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Maybe pick those legs up and draw them in, either straight up the wall or give them a hug, bringing them into your body. Maybe having a little rock from side to side. And taking them up the wall, giving them a little jiggle. Just see how it feels. Notice what's going on in your body here. I'm going to move to our glutes now with a little wall thread the needle. So you're going to take your right leg across the left, either the shin or if you can, to the thigh, and then start to slide that left leg down the wall, bringing the right leg even closer to your body. If that's intense, scoot yourself a little further away from the wall so you don't feel so folded up. And if it's not intense enough for you, get a little closer. But remember, treat yourself with kindness. If you're already feeling something, then stay there until it passes, and then you can move a little deeper. Allow your shoulders and your back and your neck and your jaw to relax and soften. Let the wall hold you and the floor support you. And bring your awareness to your breath. Breathe the mindful breath, the rhythm, out and in, the wave that washes through our days, creating space for stillness, sorrow, joy or exaltation. Full then empty, ebb and flow. Breath accompanies each step into the unknown. In the breath, the soul finds an opportunity to speak. Images or intuition, poetry or wordless wisdom come and go. No effort, but to breathe and listen. If you feel the challenge in the stretch kind of ebb away, then move a little deeper into the pose. Maybe scoot a little closer to the wall if you scooted away. Or just stay where you are if you're feeling enough sensation to warrant transformation and change. Breathe into the hips. Breathe into the back. Breathe all the way down into the feet. Halfway there. Soften any tension that tries to creep in. Keep surrendering. Keep releasing. Keep letting go. When the mind drifts off somewhere else, just call it back. Call it back to the body, the sensations that you're feeling. Call it back to that breath, that wonderful, gentle breath. "30 seconds. Take a deep breath in and gently release the legs. Take them back up the wall. That leg that was over the top, just give it a little move out, little walk out. Release the legs to the wall and just let them have a little movement, feeling the energy come back into the hips and the knees. There's no rush, take your time. Then we're going to slide those knees back down to our body. Extend your arms out and just drop the knees over towards the right, coming into a gentle twist. Feet staying against the wall if they can. Just 2 minutes here. You can always scoot your buttocks up close to the wall if that feels like a better twist for you, or you can come a little further out if it all feels a bit much. Try and relax the feet, try and relax the legs and the buttocks. It's so easy to allow that tension to creep back in, so breathe it out, let it go. Almost there. Take a deep breath in and bring those legs back up the wall again. Maybe give them a little jiggle. And then we're going to move into our thread the needle on the other side. So the left leg comes over the top of the shin or the thigh, and allow your right foot to slide down that wall. Doesn't have to go very far down, and you can always scoot yourself slightly away from the wall. We're looking for that lovely stretch in the glute of the left leg. You might get it up the side of the thigh as well if there's tightness there. Rest your arms wherever you would like them to be. 4 minutes. Soften into it. Breathe. This one's called Witness. When I can be the witness, all manner of miracles occur. Old wounds heal. The past reveals itself to be released. Present dramas play themselves out without sinking emotional talons into my soft skin. The witness welcomes truth and dares to meet reality on its own terms. It is the ground in which the seeds of transformation take root and finally flower. When the witness is awake, the lake of mind is still. And in that mirrored surface, I see my own true face as spirit smiling back at me. A minute and a half to go. Notice if you've allowed tension to creep in and soften it out. Breathe it out. Be the silent witness to your experience right now. Observe the breath. Observe the changing tensions in the body. Ease off if it's too intense. Dive a little deeper if it's not intense enough. Play with the edges of where you want to sit in your pose. Take a deep breath in and gently release out those legs. The leg that was folded across your body, just give that a little bit of movement. It's pumping the synovial fluid back through the knee. And releasing those legs back up the wall. Just finding a little bit of flow of energy back into the hips and the buttocks. And then when you're ready, bringing those knees back in and letting them slide across to the other side, coming into a twist with the feet against the wall, arms wherever you want them to lie, head in any direction that feels good. Surrender the spine into your mat. Draw your awareness into your breath. Take a deep breath in and bring the legs back up. Give them another little wiggle. This time, and I'm going to have to take my socks off for this one, plant your feet into the wall, a little higher than distant knee height. And you can, if you prefer, place a big cushion or a block underneath your hips. If you're comfortable, press your feet into the wall and let the hips lift up so that you're feeling the weight in the upper back, not in the neck, not even in the upper shoulder area, just in the upper back. Breathe into it. You can walk the feet up a little more if you like and really press the feet into the wall. You can lift your hips a bunch if you like or keep them lower, and you can place your hands underneath the hips for support, allowing your upper arms and your elbows to support you. Maybe just letting the hips drop into the hands or pressing the feet firmly into the wall. Breathe into it. Find comfort for your neck. Make sure this feels comfortable and safe for your body. Breathe into it. If this is easy for you and you prefer to go into a deeper pose, you're welcome to take one leg up and hang it out in front of you. You can breathe there for a while, just getting a little stretch out through the legs. Make sure again you feel supported through those upper arms and there isn't any strain in the neck area. Keep the head centered the whole time. You can always try the other leg out, just hanging it out. Or just continue to press into the wall with both feet. You can come down anytime you like, or continue to just find space here. Create strength in the upper body. And if you prefer, you can come into a plow pose, taking your legs completely over the head into the floor, or just stay with the feet against the wall. Breathe into it. We've got another minute here, but if you want to just come down and take the legs up the wall normally, you can do that. Press the feet into the wall so you activate the feet, create some strength in the legs, and then you can relax. Breathe. Notice if you're holding tension and try and adjust the body to take that tension out. There will of course be a lot of strength going on in the upper body here, but relax your face. Gently start to lower the hips down and just rest the legs against the wall. Let your arms drop out wide. Let the feet come to a distance that feels comfortable. Just surrender yourself down into the floor here. Try and soften the knees and the ankles. Drawing those knees in towards your body. Give yourself a gentle hug, a little rock. We're going to roll over to the side and come up onto our bellies. You're going to move your shins right up to the wall.
Getting ready to come into a Sphinx Pose. So those elbows shoulder width apart.
And then allowing your body either to have some energy as you stretch out the front of the body, stretch out through the neck. Maybe you just want a little bit of action to start off with, drawing those elbows back, lengthening out the front of the body. Breathe into it and then soften, exhale, allow yourself to sink into the floor. The head can drop down or it can drop onto a block or a cushion. Try and relax the buttocks, but if you need to hold them tense for lower back support, go for it. Otherwise, just start to descend here into the floor. It's a little more challenging, the Sphinx, because of the feet up the wall. And this is a long one. We're going to be here for 5 minutes. So allow yourself to start to surrender.
surrender here. Bring your awareness to the sounds around you. The sounds in the room, the sounds outside of the room, the sound of your breath. Let your belly sink into the floor. Maybe it's the sound of the music or the sound of your family in the other room. Just observe all the sounds without trying to label them or make any judgments. Just be the witness. Relaxing the face and relaxing the body. Every once in a while, if you need to bring a little more support into the back, just hug the buttocks and the outer thighs. Otherwise, let everything sink into the ground. As you continue to pay attention to the noises around you. Shift your awareness to your body and pay attention to how your body's feeling. Pay attention to your feet, your ankles, your shins, your thighs, your knees, your buttocks. Pay attention to your hips, your breath, your belly. Your chest, your shoulders, your arms. If you feel like the arms are taking too much weight, you can slide them forward a little more. Try not to have them fan out too far. We want those elbows relatively in line with our shoulders. If you're comfortable, you can start to push a little higher into a seal pose. It's a little more intense because those legs are up against the wall. So if that's too intense for you, just stay down in that Sphinx pose. But if you're happy to come up a little higher, we're only going to be in this one for a minute. Still allow the belly to drop down a little. If you need to hold a bit more tension in the buttocks and the thighs, that's okay. If you want to extend the head away from the ears, the head away from the shoulders and the shoulders away from the ears, you can. Or you can just let things drop. Breathe into it. We embrace some challenge, but we don't go hard out where we're going to hurt or injure ourselves. Challenge is good. It promotes growth. But check, is the challenge something the body's inviting us in, or is it something the ego is egging us on into? Breathe deeply, 17 seconds. And exhale yourself down to the floor, slowly coming down, rest on that belly. Feel free to rock out the hips. You can rest fully down on the floor, extending your legs all the way down, moving forward slightly, or if you prefer, very, very slowly start to move into a child's pose. Very slowly, following the cues of your body, crawling away from that wall, and coming into a very rounded child's pose, where our knees are more or less together. They can be slightly parted if that's more comfortable, and just round yourself down. Allow that breath to rise into the back of the body and bring your awareness now to your thoughts. Child's pose is a perfect place to just bring all of your awareness to the thoughts and just witness the thoughts. Make no judgments on them. Allow them to come and go without trying to force or stop them in any way. As you watch those thoughts, also notice that breath pressing into your thighs. This is called still point. There is a quality of stillness so rare that the air shimmers in its presence. It's there between our eyes. We hear it when we dare to speak the truth. It vibrates with the music of life, dances in the wind, breaks forth from the trees into a clearing just as the sun rises and settles into silence once again. There is a quality of stillness so rare that I am bared to the very marrow of my bones before it. May I choose never to be clothed again. Take a deep breath in and widen out your knees now, coming into a wide-legged child's pose. You can rest yourself onto a bolster if you like, or just allow yourself to come down, head resting any way you like on your hands or just to the side, or resting on some stacked cushions or pillows. Just finding that first point of resistance through the inner thighs and surrendering down into this pose. Bring your awareness now to the feelings, the sensations in your body. Just observe the emotions. no judgments, experiencing fully the emotions that rise and fall through your body with every thought. Allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper into this pose, and deeper into the exploration of your emotions. Take a deep breath in. Pick yourself up off the floor and find some lovely movement. Feel free to rock it out. Feel free to downward facing dog it and stretch out. Reach out through your back, reach out through your legs. And eventually making your way back down onto your back for our final pose, which is a banana. So we're going to stretch out. I'll go the wrong way on your mat, but you stay on yours. Arms can be overhead or not. And you can walk your feet over towards the right and the shoulders to the right as well. And then choose to hook that right foot over the left, or maybe explore left over right. And just see how that feels. Allowing the left side of the body to start to draw its way down to the floor. So we get that nice stretch down the outer hip, waist, thigh area, maybe even up into the armpit. Again, just finding the first point of resistance for your body here. Staying there and then waiting for your body to invite you in a little deeper. Begin to surrender down. We're in this one for just 3 minutes. And this poem is called Breath by Breath. Life proceeds breath by breath. Deep, full and easy. Shallow or uneven, breathing is the key to cultivating peace. Breath by breath, choose to stay present. It isn't success you're seeking, but surrender to the flow of energy. It's not control that matters, but letting go. Allowing life exactly as it is, this moment, to touch and change and breathe through you. Just over a minute. Take a deep breath in and then slowly work your limbs back into center. Draw them in, give yourself a nice hug, a little rock from side to side. Bringing the nose up between the knees for a good little stretch through the back and the neck. And then releasing back down. When you're ready, stretching back out and walking your way into your banana on the other side. Finding that first edge, exploring with crossing the ankles or not.
relaxing the face and letting your body draw down into the floor, down through both sides of the hips, down through both sides of the shoulders. Soften the neck, soften the jawline, release the eyes. Let your breath guide you into stillness here, and eventually let your breath guide you even deeper into your pose.
3 minutes of surrender. And this one's called One Soul. When one soul is set ablaze by truth, the whole universe ignites. And for an instant, light reaches every corner, cave, and crevasse. When the heart remembers what it is, joined in vastness by the joy and suffering, both the future and the past dissolve like snowflakes on the tongue. There is nowhere to run, no reason to do anything but rest in the cradle of the cosmos, rocked in the arms of emptiness, and held in the near embrace of love. Continue to surrender fully into this stretch, deepening if you feel like the challenge has eased up, or releasing if you feel like the tension has increased. Breathe. Take a deep breath in and gently pull yourself back to center, giving yourself a hug, rocking and rolling out, just loosening up and resting down into your Shavasana. When you're ready, make yourself comfortable and warm and cozy. Grab blankets and pillows and cushions. You can pop a little cushion underneath your knees, or just pull up a big cozy blanket and pop a little cushion under your head. Take a deep breath in when you're settled, and then exhale out any tension that remains. If you prefer, you can sit instead if you feel like you've done too much lying down. Otherwise, allow your body to surrender. No more effort. Just complete and total surrender. Relaxing once more as we move through our emotions, we move through our thoughts, we move through our body and we move through our environment and the sounds around us and find ourselves exactly where we're supposed to be, right here, right now, in deep surrender and total rest. Our final poem for the night is called Meditation. A touch, like the whisper of a wing feather at the top of the head. There is a hint of energy moving, and closed eyes rise to follow. This is such a subtle shift, easy to miss. Simpler to say it's just a current of air, but no. The upward pull will not be denied. There is within a caged bird longing to fly, a spark that knows it's part of a sacred fire, a soul that yearns for home and freedom, and senses the infinite possibility of both in moments like this, when a golden silence holds the whole world in its thrall. The only sound, the rise and fall of the breath. Start to draw your awareness back to that breath if it's wandered off somewhere. Draw your awareness back into your body, feeling the back of your body connecting to the earth. Feeling the parts of your body that rise away from the floor and the parts that sink into it. Feeling the pranic energy tingling through your fingers and toes as you deepen and lengthen that breath even more. Allowing yourself to stretch if that feels appropriate, or just curling up and resting on your side for a few more breaths. And eventually coming back to a comfortable seat in your own time. There's no rush. Feel free to keep your eyes closed. Bring those hands together in front of your heart space. Embracing that beautiful pranic energy between the palms. Feeling into your body one more time, noticing how it feels now after that deep rest and that deep stretch. Sending yourself thoughts of love and gratitude for giving yourself time to unwind and regroup and come back to center. And we'll close our practice with one gentle Om, sending that Om inwards so it vibrates through every cell in your body. Taking a deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me this evening.